Oh,
Well, whoever's good cop, bad cop, I started this early.
Boom.
all right, all right. Let's do this.
Stream can hear all of that. But
Good.
yes,
Where is she? Where's Rachel?
Swear to me.
for those who
Sorry,
don't know,
Rich.
this is what I have to
With
deal
the
with
bozo,
when
the
I'm
clown
not
guy. He's like, I'm
live.
just a party clown. I got drunk at a kid's birthday party. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
All right,
Hi,
let's-
everyone.
Hello,
Hello.
everybody.
Welcome to session 8 of Motley Heights.
Why are
I'm
you shouting
Elage.
about my wife? She's in the next room.
Oh my god, let me get through the intro. I'm Elage. Hi, everybody. We're playing Fallout 2D20, which is the new role-playing system from Modiphius. It's really great. We have a lot of fun with it. Definitely would recommend picking it up. Really all I have to say is that there's sort of a disclaimer on tonight because the golf rules I basically wrote up for it were kind of this fever idea I've had for like the past half of a week. So it could be possible that we stop early because my golf rules are just not great, but we'll find out together.
You wrote golf rules?
There are actually rules for golf, yes. I
Wow.
wrote golf rules. What else? Oh yeah, this is sort of that viewer disclaimer that Fallout is that sort of dark and disturbing themes sometimes, so viewer discretion is advised. But enough of me. Let's hear from the people you came here to see. If I could get introductions from each of you as I investigate why certain redeems are on. One moment.
What a time to be alive.
Cube hours.
So my name's Darewolf, at DarewolfGaming88 on Twitter and Twitch. I use both of those very infrequently, but hope to be using them more. Also, yeah, the whole like disclaimer about dark and evil things. Golf is literally the most dark and evil game ever. So like you've been warned. It's an evil game. Like I don't know, it does weird things to people. Anyway, who's next?
I think that would be me. Hey guys, I am Aaron Draxus, Intelligent Deathclaw, scholar, amateur Arby's detective, well, pro-am really.
Renaissance man.
Renaissance man, bon vivant, yes. At Panorama Twin on all socials. Take it away, Hex.
I am Professor Hex. I play Dr. Kaz Worm. Yes.
Nice. Nice.
That's gonna be great tonight.
All right.
I feel
Well,
like you like Rain Man that food thing. Like we did it together. Yeah, I'm really proud of you, Aaron.
You guys didn't figure out what I was eating. You just narrowed down the brand.
I figured it out. Why are you fighting the inevitable? Resistance.
I'm not.
Futile. Wrong canon. Anyway, let's move on. What are we doing?
we have fun here. Anyways, we're going to start tonight actually a day after where we left off last time. Now, if you weren't here last time, I'm just going to give you the quick TLDR. New pack of Intelligent Deathclaws in town, and they may or may not have taken over a certain vault. And Nicola T, Draxus, and Dr. Worm all helped with that in their own way. So we're actually going to resume with you all waking up in the remains, the rebuilding of a certain vault in particular. Now, Vault 95 has definitely seen better days. It was the site of a battle between the Intelligent Deathclaw pack of Srax, yourselves, and the Gunners. So, I mean, it's not the cleanest place right now. It's not the most presentable, but what matters is that it is, or has been, a safe place for you to rest. Now, what that means is, since it is 6 hours worth of rest, you all do heal to full. And if any of you had an injury, I would cover that, but since nobody has an injury going into this, no sense covering it. But you awaken refreshed, and when you sort of return to the main atrium of Vault 95, you see that the other Deathclaw have started to move in. They're moving around bits of debris, they're moving around different crates. They are more or less taking inventory of what they have, as well as the fact of what they need to have repaired. Now, with that said, what it's going to mean is, for the moment, nobody's really tasking you with anything. You kind of have sort of free reign of the vault, and for the moment, again, nobody's really bothering you or asking you to do anything, so you just kind of have a moment to yourselves before I start throwing plot at you.
Okay, so Doc Worm, was it bacon, beef, and cheddar?
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm trying to think about like what you'd eat for a lunch if it was like before the bombs fell. And I'm thinking Arby's bacon, beef, and cheddar.
What kind of batshit thought exercise is this? Like, what do you need to know what my regular lunchtime delights would be?
I mean, you're my friend, and I'm interested in my friends and what they like.
I would rather all of you not go anywhere near anything that has to do with my gastrointestinal tract. Okay?
I mean, okay, but I just
Listen. Look. I admit here now, before you and me and God and who's the Deathclaw god? Is that the same one or?
Yeah. I mean, there's no, we don't really. I mean, we don't really have like an organized religion kind of a.
Okay, so it's still God. Okay, got it. Yeah, everybody present, I have not been kind to you. I admit that. Okay? And a small percentage of that has been unfair. And I acknowledge that. Okay? So let me just get this out. You're a good guy, Drex. Ultimately. You're a decent human, but no, you're not. You're a decent death being, whatever.
Okay.
That having been said, leave my nutrition alone. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, sure. I just. You really think I'm a good Deathclaw?
Let's not dwell on that part. Okay? Let's just remember the part about not talking to me about food or anything that goes in the human mouth. Yeah.
Deal.
Great. I'm glad we had this talk. Why don't you go find Nicky and see what he likes to masticate or whatever.
Oh, he's right behind me. I'm kind of big, so I kind of just.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Have you been there the whole time?
Oh, yeah. Just listening in. That was the nicest thing you've ever said to anybody. Yep, I heard it too. There's two witnesses.
Okay.
I feel like we need to hug this out.
I feel like we do need to hug this out. I think we need to make a sandwich. We were talking about what Dr. Worm was eating. We need to make a Dr. Worm sandwich. All right, I'll be a bun. You be a bun. He's going to be the ham in the middle. Let's do it.
Don't touch me.
It was a ham and cheese.
All right, I'm gonna respect his boundaries and not touch him.
Nope. Get in here, Draxus. We got to complete the circle.
I can't. No, he asked us not to touch him, dude.
I mean, he does that all the time, though. We never respect his wishes. Why is this any different? Come on now.
It is different, and I'll tell you why specifically. Yeah. Because we've just made a breakthrough here in our personal relationship. And I think now's the time. No, Nikki, just listen. I think now's the time.
If you continue to touch me,
okay,
I will remove one of your kidneys.
Which one?
Whichever one you love the most.
That's a fair answer. I'm going to let you go now, but I want you to know that I felt something, and I think you did too. And I'm just saying.
It's called indigestion.
I thought we weren't talking about your nutrition. Give him a wink.
Not with him.
Walking away.
That's right about then.
Okay, and I'm the asshole. Fine.
It's right about then that the broodmother Srax kind of comes out from her little nest that she's made deeper into the vault. And she kind of just looks around at the three of you and says, "Oh, well, you're still here. Excellent. There's a small problem outside. I was going to go out and deal with it myself, but I think you people would be a better face for this."
Hold on a minute. Hold on. What do you mean, you people?
I mean, I have pretty much the same face you have.
Right, but the difference is people here in the Commonwealth know you. They don't know me.
Very true. They know I'm a good guy, right, Dr. Worm? All right, I'm just gonna go.
I don't know what he's talking about.
So, ma'am, Miss Deathclaw person, obviously we'd be happy to assist with this, but I would like to discuss more of our agreement, as it were, about trading, selling, acting as maybe the face of your little budding colony, as it were. I just want to make sure that's still on the table.
It is, and ironically, this is kind of a task along those same lines.
I like where your mind's at. That's fantastic.
So, just to be sure, you all do go outside the vault to see what's up?
Yeah,
Oh,
and Draxus is like, she's got a little pep, got a little spring in the old step.
All right. So when you leave the vault behind, you don't have to go that far. The person that you've apparently come to see is just a few feet outside the door itself. It is a Southern gentleman, and when I say Southern gentleman, I mean every stereotype you have ever imagined or heard of about Southern people in the United States. We're talking, he's got the stereotypical mustache, he's got the graying white hair, he's got the immaculate white suit that looks supremely out of place.
That's Colonel Sanders. That's Colonel Sanders.
It's Colonel Sanders.
It's
Colonel Sanders. But he kind of has his hands on his lapel, and as you approach, he says, "Well, howdy there, folks. I understand that you might be in the business of protection, and I wanted to discuss a possible contract for you."
All right. So, yes, but also, who the fuck told you?
Well, it's kind of hard to not hear about the Gunners getting kicked out of their own vault, and I assume that either you or your friend here, and he motions at Draxus, that one or more of you is responsible for bringing in new Deathclaw.
You're not wrong. And he's gonna like reach into his pocket, and you hear some like jingling of caps. There's a lot less jingling than has been in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're willing to listen. What kind of protection you need? What's the payout? Well, actually, we set the price. Tell us about the job.
Well, perhaps I should introduce myself. I probably should have done that first. Where are my manners?
Really
My
not.
name is Tim Timidome. I am the owner of a golf course not that far from here. I'm looking for both players and people to protect the players themselves from would-be raiders. And I was thinking that either you could do that service, or perhaps your new Deathclaw friends could do the same.
Dr. Worm will burst between the two of them, Nicola and Draxus, and you will actually like put a whole hand up to Nicola's face, like, no, don't speak. And he will say, yeah, absolutely, we'll take the job.
Well, that's the kind of enthusiasm I like to hear. Though perhaps you would like to negotiate pay?
Nope. That's we'll take
Ooh,
whatever you're
ooh,
offering.
ooh,
Let's,
no, hang on, hang on.
Just tell us where the course is.
Whoa.
Just let me see
Doc,
the course.
Doc. I've got it, man. I've got it. Our pay will be lifetime green fees.
Well, I actually believe that you're on the right track. I was going to offer you free use of the club for however long you continue to survive. And I also was going to throw in something that I've heard on the grapevine you might be looking for.
Great, we'll take it. Whatever.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll take it.
Nope,
Yeah, no, we'll take that.
That's all we need.
No,
caps.
that sounds great.
No caps.
No caps. Just
with no pay. Yeah,
yeah,
just
golf, man.
Yeah.
Come on, golf.
Very well. Well, before I show you the way, I do have to ask a very important question. Do you actually own golf clubs?
Mine are back in California.
Mine have probably disintegrated at this point, so I will need replacements.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you didn't hear this from me, but there was tell that Bobby Timmy, I know, a strange name, Bobby Timmy, but apparently Bobby Timmy from the Gunners had bit of a golf caddy back in his little stay there in the vault. You might want to go back in there and dig around and talk to your boss, who I can only assume is that imposing white Deathclaw waving from the door.
Oh, yeah, that's her. Hey!
Well, take your time. I'll wait out here. As long as you happen to come back out by midday, I would be happy to show you.
This will take 5 minutes. Yeah, just stay right here.
All right. We got to find those clubs.
So,
Doc Worm. Okay. I know I couldn't help but noticing your enthusiasm for the phenomenal game that is golf. And due to our recent conversation, which shall remain unspoken still, I will let you have those clubs on one condition. And that is, you let me caddy for you.
Are you completely prepared to witness the second ascension of a golf star? Do you take on that responsibility to enable the rising of, dare I say, a golf god?
With humility and grace, I pledge that your clubs shall be ever ready.
Now, see, already you fucked up. That was the first test. You're supposed to say no. You're the reluctant hero. You're supposed to initially deny the charge and then take it up later after much consideration.
Can we do it again?
That's one strike already.
Okay, can we do... Well, all right, but, I mean, the traditional way to cheat in golf is to lower your score.
You may be the one.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm up for it. Can I have some time to think about it?
No, absolutely not.
Then I'll do it. Fine.
You get me my goddamn clubs.
I will. I'm going to get you a golf towel, too.
And Draxus is going to head into the vault.
So I imagine Draxus runs past the Broodmother, and I'm imagining Nicola T just sort of stops to fill the Broodmother in. Am I reading the room correctly?
Oh no, I'm still hanging out with Tim
Thibodeau,
looking motherfucker. And as he's standing there looking all smug, I'm gonna look at him and be like, I fucking hate golf.
Oh well, that's a shame. I think it's a wonderful sport. I think everybody should learn to enjoy it.
All right, now let's talk about them caps.
Oh, I see you're the businessman of the operation. You should probably keep those two on a shorter leash.
Working on it.
But tell you what,
2,500 is spare.
I'll tell you
all
what.
That golf money, don't you, Colonel Sanders?
Oh no, I have plenty of money to go around. That isn't the issue. What matters, though, is that if people read a review from someone who hates golf and they say they had a lovely time, well, that review goes a hell of a long way, if you know what I mean. And I'd be willing to pay handsomely for such a review.
All right, let's talk numbers.
Well, if your friend comes back with golf clubs for you as well, let's just say I will not subtract the equipment rental fee.
Fine.
Very good. Then I believe a fair sum of 150 caps would apply.
I think a fair sum of 500 would be more, it would cling better to the ear, if you know what I mean.
All right, that's gonna need a roll. Let's have you do barter here, charisma and barter. And honestly, I think since you're going so high with 500, I gotta set the difficulty at like a 4. Looking at redeems, you do have 1 AP from chat, so you may wish to also give me AP.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 AP.
Okay.
Or so I'll roll 4. This is a tag skill. I'm pretty good at it. My charisma's pretty okay. Let's see what happens. 8 plus 6, 3, 2, 1, YOLO. And
you got 3.
Almost. I'm gonna re-roll that
19 maybe
with the luck. Yeah.
And as you do that, Mind Over Brian with the 11 months. Thank you so much for sticking around that long. Thank you.
Once again, Nicola
There's
T.
4.
Exploiting the white man.
There's 4.
There's your 4. So I think with 4 successes, Tim Timidome says, all right, we'll do 500, but there's a stipulation.
There always is.
The entire time you are on the grounds of my establishment, you're to wear a smile, and it's to be a genuine smile.
So how much would it fuck up your story if I put a bullet in
If you just shot Tim Timidome.
Because the real talk, the Nicky inside me wants to just put this old fucker down.
Mm-hmm.
But the Charles Wolf inside me wants the story to progress. So there's a scene that plays out in Nicola T's head where he pulls his 10mm and literally blows this guy's brains out, steps over him and shoots him several more times, and then walks off not feeling anything. And then everything blurs back to reality and he extends his hand and with a grimace says, deal.
And you both shake on it right as a Wild Wasteland is redeemed, which means I get to roll on the chart.
Go fuck yourself, by the way.
So as you're shaking hands, something darts between Tim Timidone's feet, and you both look down, and there is a snow white fox with 5 very fluffy tails. Now, I need to qualify that. Foxes don't normally have 5 fluffy tails. They have the 1. But there you're looking at it. There's some kind of multi-taired fox just sort of dancing between your 2 feet. And Tim kind of looks down and goes, is that one of yours? Because that's not one of mine.
So I want to spend a luck point to make the narrative declaration that I'm going to say a wish on this lucky fox.
Okay.
I think it's lucky. And that wish is going to be that during this golf tournament of sorts that Nicky's about to play in, he's gonna have a one-up that he didn't know he had. And that maybe, just maybe, he'll learn to fall in love with something he hates.
I like it. So I like to imagine that you sort of maybe take a knee then and just kind of like offer your hand palm up towards the fox as you think and wish this. And the fox just very, very, not timidly, but very kind of cautiously just kind of steps forward, sniffs your palm, gives it a lick, and then it bounds off into the wastelands. Maybe to never be seen again, maybe to be seen again, who knows? But you do feel a little bit better about yourself.
Nicky smiles with a genuine.
Now, I'm not going to tell you whether or not your wish was successful or not, but something did just happen. Now, what happened, you'll just have to find out for yourself. So at this, we're now going to return to Draxus digging through the vault with Dr. Worm. So Draxus, I'm going to need you to give me a perception and a survival here, difficulty of 2. And this is to represent you trying to find the aforementioned golf clubs.
All right.
Let me be clear. As Draxus is Dr. Worm's official ball boy,
Caddy.
he is ball boy. That's the technical term. He is doing all of the work. I am not doing it. I'm doing jack shit.
Well, unless you interject,
would have wandered back in and be helping look too.
Yeah, if you want to come in and help Nicola T, you can help as well. So, but I think what happens is Draxus comes back after like 10 minutes of searching and is like, I got nothing.
There's no golf clubs back there. There's no. I can smell golf clubs.
If Mr. Jack, I am golf incarnate Nicholas, were here and you said to him, there are no golf clubs in that horrendous trash pile, he would flat out slap you into the Masters, directly into the time and space that the event was taking place at, and then you would be run over by a golf cart.
I know.
He's not here. I'm here. Be thankful that there is a merciful golfer in front of you. You go back in there and you find those goddamn clubs. Or so help me God, I'm going to send you to meet Bagger Vance way too soon.
I won't fail you.
How many successes to find the golf clubs?
It's 2.
I'm
gonna
luck to re-roll one of those.
I was gonna luck mine, but if you can go ahead.
Yeah, because I really want to walk out and have the golf clubs and just walk past them. I'm gonna look. Can I luck it again?
I was gonna say you would have to luck your success there, because you can't luck the dice again.
I'm gonna do it.
You would have to get a crit here.
Fine, I can do this. 1. Come on.
Also, it looks like we're back on Twitch. OBS dropped frames for whatever reason. So
Nope.
Okay. Well, now it's my turn. I'm gonna luck one of my failures.
You're gonna use well. What I would say, and you're gonna feel like you're gonna feel bad about this, but use your luck to make the narrative declaration.
Oh yeah.
I should.
Gonna use my luck.
I gotta teach you guys to do that more.
That's fantastic. No, thank you. Yeah, Draxus is, he's turning around. He's very somber. He wants to find these clubs, and Nikki is just sort of walking past him. He's like shuffling through stuff, and as he does, he sees out of the corner of his eye, as Nikki moves a piece of trash, the gleam of the head of a 3-wood, and then just reaches in, pulling out a battered but very well preserved golf bag and a complete set of golf clubs.
And so it is.
Sets them down in front of Dr. Worm.
Now, I would like to spend a luck point that right behind it, there was a pristine, perfect set of golf clubs, not worn, that are much nicer than the ones that he found.
Hey, you're spending the luck to do it.
With an automatic caddy in it. It's like Mr. Gusty, but it's a caddy, and it like hands you clubs. So I don't need a caddy. So I got my own robotic one.
Oh, I'm gonna have to make homebrew for that now. The floating golf bag. I love it.
Yep.
Go for it.
Click the buttons. I'm like, all right, ball boy, let's go.
The doctor will receive the 3-wood, as say King Arthur himself would receive a sword, and he will like rotate it and examine it. He will look at the head. He will like wiggle it a couple of times, testing the tensile strength of the metal shaft, and then he will sniff and lick parts of it, and just generally futz about with it until he is satisfied. And then he will solemnly look at Draxus and give a single nod, as a distant father would to his estranged son.
And at that brief, minuscule acknowledgement, Draxus will, as a neglected child, will beam and hoist pick the golf bag up and just sling them over his shoulder, and he's ready to go. So happy.
And as you all begin to exit the vault, you once again pass by the broodmother, who just kind of looks over at you all and says, "Well, going golfing, I see."
Oh no. I'm not going golfing. I'm here to help Dr. Worm golf.
Well, I mean, just come back and talk whenever you feel like doing so. We'll be here for the foreseeable future.
I'll be back, and I'll be hoisting a trophy along with him.
We'll see you after the back 9.
Have fun.
Either that, we come back with a trophy, or we don't come back at all. I'll see you in hell.
Yeah, I'll be back either way. But these two, I see you soon, man.
She kind of waves a claw at you, and At that, you all join with Tim Timidome, and you guys begin proceeding to the north through the wasteland. Now, it's one of those things where I actually did a little bit of research here, and although there's not any golf courses in Fallout 4 itself, there are actually quite a number of golf courses quite close to Boston. And the one we're going towards in particular, as far as I could tell, is sort of the municipal golf course. It's located a little bit south of Boston proper. But what happens is you kind of crest a hill and you sort of look down into this like little valley. I mean, it's not like a huge valley, but it's kind of like a recess. But you sort of look down and you see that there is indeed about 9 holes of golf courses here. Now, it's not like the golf courses that we see in Fallout 76 in Appalachia where they're nice and green. These are sort of brownish. The grass is still well kept, but they're just, it's not the lush green you would normally expect. What you can, though, is as you sort of get closer, Tim sort of turns to you all and says, "Now, don't you all fret. Once we are able to scrub the radiation from the ground, we'll have nice actual greenery to go with, but I can assure you that everything is up to the master's standards. You will find that all of the grass has been immaculately maintained, the sand traps are at their peak quality, and the water hazards are, well, water hazards. I don't think there's much to say about that."
Yeah, looks okay. He's just gonna lean into Dr. Worm and say, "You may want to be careful though, because I think if you duff it, you're gonna kick up a hell of a divot."
Oh, fair warning, by the way. I have been cleaning the landmines that some poor fellow strewed about the place, but might want to be careful. There might be some live ones out there.
We get a handicap for that, right?
Well, I'm not going to count it against you if you use the most forward tee.
Fair enough.
And at this, he leads you again into this little valley, and he leads you to actually what looks to be a very nice clubhouse. It looks to be the same sort of colonial style, white paneled building that's, seen better days, but you can tell that there's been some restoration work done on it. But he sort of leads you all inside. You see that he's already got set up sort of like course maps and little trophies that can be handed out to people. And you sort of progress through to the back of the house, and it's at this point that you have full access to the greens. Now, as you do so, he hands you all a course map and says, "Well, since this is your first time here, I'm happy to follow and narrate for you, or perhaps you would prefer my assistant."
Who's your assistant?
And he kind of turns his head and calls, what is your name, child? And you hear very faintly, like legitimately faintly, it's Devin, sir. "Ah, yes, Mr. Devin, would you kindly come out here and greet these folks?" And almost like you kind of turn and suddenly there's a person there. Draxus, you turn to your left and there's like a 5 foot tall, not elderly gentleman, but he's definitely on sort of the elder side of the scale. And he goes, "Yes, hello, my name is Devin. I can narrate your golf game as is appropriate for a Masters tournament. I can also provide lovely bird sounds and perhaps some golf clapping."
I like him.
And Draxus will lean into Dr. Worm and go, "What do you think?"
I don't care for it. Everything's stacked against me.
No, I think I know you can do this.
Of course I can do this. Don't question me. Don't even consider the possibility that a loss is even conceivable.
No, I wouldn't presume.
Dr. Worm will walk kindly up to Mr. Devon, and just look him square in the eye. He will lower his sunglasses, which really only have the one lens in them anyway, but he will lower them and say, if you even once, even one singular solitary time, make some stupid crack about a ghoul in one, I will disembowel you. And that's going to be very easy for me because I know where all the bowels are.
Well, and he kind of wrings his hands. I wouldn't dream of doing so, sir. As a official golf announcer, it is my job to provide a sterile, pleasant experience for everyone involved. No racism here, sir.
Nicholas T is gonna walk up.
Hey, hold on a minute.
No.
That's not what I said. That's up to you. If you want to be racist to anyone else, that's fine. In fact, I might encourage it. But no anti-ghoul rhetoric, okay? I just can't stand that. Humans, have at it. I don't give a shit.
Well, it is my job to narrate and provide a nice overture for your golfing experience. I will not make any puns. I will simply encourage and make lovely comments for your golfing experience.
Dr. Worm will grab Devin by the scruff of his shirt and pull him close. Okay. Don't get in the way of my glory. Understand this? This is my time.
Of course, sir. As you wish. And as you let him go, he drops back to the ground and sort of straightens his shirt and says, well, shall we get started?
That sounds like a lovely idea. Nicholas T is going to walk by Dr. Worm, slap him on the back, and be like, lighten up, Dr. D. You're about to get your ass kicked. Boom.
Oh, are you still here?
I've got a club. Don't know what it is, but I've got it. I'm ready to swing. Let's get weird.
Right.
Yeah, the course is the other way.
So this is one of those situations where I wish we could show stream, because I've actually gone through and made Roll20 maps of golf courses because I figured we need them for visual references. So I'm going to do my best to narrate for the stream and for everybody else what's going on through Devon. So imagine all this is coming through Devon. But as you sort of step out to the first hole, you see what is essentially a straight fairway. It's about 271 yards to the first hole, and there's about 5 or 6 sand traps that sort of surround the main green and the fairway itself. And Devon, since you obviously allowed him to come, sort of adds to that and says, now, I know this hole does look very simple at first glance, but it will require your full concentration if you wish to start well. The fairway does bank slightly to the left, so you would want to somewhat aim towards the right to avoid the bunkers, though perhaps the bunkers could be a part of your strategy.
Well, after you, Dr. Worm.
All right, and now's where I have to talk about the mechanics. So, there is a handout in Roll20, and of course I'm going to narrate it for stream. But basically, what I've come up with is sort of a kitabosh of ranged weapons and how golf works. So, let's talk about range bands first. Anything between 0 and 25 yards will be considered close range. Anything 25 to 75 yards, that will be considered medium range. Long is 75 to 175, and then anything past 175 will be considered extreme range. Now, it's important I say that because each range band has a particular type of golf club for which it is most effective. And like ranged weapons, there is sort of a difficulty chart of how much you would go up and down in difficulty based on whatever club you're using at whatever range. The other thing I would point out is that the higher you go up in range, the more your complication range increases. So, for example, if you're using a driver at extreme range, Your role is still going to be a agility and an athletics at difficulty 1, but your complication range would be 17 to 20. Now, you can substitute in strength for agility, or you could substitute melee weapons for athletics. And there are other things you can do if you have more intelligence or if you're more charisma based. Basically, for intelligence, you can fix golf clubs. Golf clubs getting broken or bent is a complication thing that can happen. You can also sort of beef up your golf club such that it will reduce the difficulty of your next stroke by 1 to a minimum of 1. Or if you want to go the charisma approach, you can sort of heckle other characters. You can sort of gain goals, like you can gain extra information about people, or almost like in the real world where you can do like sort of golf politics or golf business and things like that. Really the important thing though is that moving forward, each of the players that are going to be golfing have their own AP pool here. So both Darewolf and Hex, you're each going to start off with 3 from the chat that has been given to you. So keep that in mind.
Do that.
All right. So the question is, who would like to go first and what club are you using? And once we get into this, I feel like it's going to go pretty quickly, but we'll break it down for anybody listening in to, catch up.
I mean, shouldn't we do a coin toss?
That would be the traditional form of deciding who goes first. Yes, thank you very much, ball boy.
And
yeah, I think the old guy should go first because, age before beauty or something like that. I mean, just start hitting balls. That's what you're good at. And I would like to heckle him.
All right. If you want to heckle him, you got to give me a charisma and a speech difficulty of 2.
Cool. Oops, hold on. I can do this. You know what? I'm going to spend one of my AP.
Nice.
Get weird.
Nice.
8, and that was not right. I didn't do that right.
Yeah. Only got the 1 success so far.
I'll roll 1 more.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you spend an AP, it's 1 more dice you got to roll.
6.
No, it's not like we have a whole golf course that we need to play.
Yeah, so I think, unfortunately, I think your heckling just goes right over his head. Like, it doesn't bother Worm at all.
He's a man focused.
Mm-hmm. I am too busy. Dr. Worm is too busy. He's gotten his driver out, and he is doing basically calisthenics at this point. Like, he is stretching and bounding and like twisting and making sure that he is loose and limber and focused for this shot.
Mm-hmm. One other thing I should say is that the ranges are accurate in Roll20, so if you want to use arrow tools to measure, it should all be accurate.
Okay, so yeah.
I know that I've got no business telling you how to golf, but as your golfing consigliere, I feel it's my responsibility to let you know that we can maybe cover most of this distance with a single drive if you take into account that the wind is coming out of the west at about 5 miles an hour.
And just to provide ambience, Devin literally kind of puts his hand to his mouth and begins making pleasant bird noises. Like the injected stuff that the PGA puts into every sort of broadcast. Same sort of thing, just pleasant bird noises. Nice little ambience.
What? You mean to tell me that those aren't real birds? You've ruined the PGA for me forever.
Listen, I wasn't the one who... Okay, context for those who don't know this. The PGA basically got caught injecting bird noises into golf tournaments, and it was a big deal for a while, but everybody's mostly gotten over it.
Okay, so I'm going to... Dr. Worm will lead his ball boy off to the side, and he will have a private conversation with him.
Okay.
He will have the driver held in such a way that it could very easily be used as a clubbing device. And he will say, Draxus, look at me. You are looking at the 5-time pre-semi-pro pre-am champion. You understand? I am the closest thing that this place, that this region has had.
You're a professional golfer.
I'm more than a professional golfer. I'm a professional golf liver.
No.
It's my life.
Dr. Worm, you're not a professional golfer. You're the professional golfer.
Given that all of the other professional golfers have probably died, yes, that is correct.
Real quick, Draxus, give me a charisma and a speech difficulty of 2. If you succeed, you reduce Dr. Worm's next task difficulty by 1. Because just like heckling, you can also lower it by being a ball boy.
So while they're talking, Nicholas is going to get impatient and go up and just whack one.
Okay.
That's a. So you said speech?
Yeah. Is that
no, speech is not a tag skill. That's a success though.
It's a success. Yeah, you need a 2, so it's not it's not super motivating.
I mean, not too bad for a guy with a charisma of 5.
Yeah, not bad at all. But as your conversation continues, Nicola T is just going to whack the ball. So Nicola T, what are you using? Which golf club?
Driver.
And all right. So what I'm going to tell you then is when you pick up the driver, you have like a momentary flashback to that fox you saw earlier, and you feel as if the spirit of golf has entered you. You feel zen. You feel empowered. And what this means is that your next roll is already at 2 successes. And that's before any rolling.
What a time to be alive. I'm going to spend both my AP, and I'm going to give you 1 AP to roll 4 dice.
Okay. So what this means is if you are able to get all successes here, no complications, again, complication range being 17 to 20, if you succeed on this, thanks to the fox's blessing, you will get a hole-in-one.
I like that. I like where that's at.
But if you roll a complication, I have a chart for that too.
It's fine. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. I got a 10. I got a 6. And this is a tag skill.
That is...
I'm going to reroll that 20 with a luck.
Okay. So that is 4 successes already.
Oops. Didn't mean to do that. 1, 10. 6. Come on, baby.
That is 5 successes. So you actually get an AP back for your trouble. So
what was the difficulty?
The difficulty was, well, actually you're using a driver. So the difficulty was actually only a 1 for you on this. So what's going to happen then is you just kind of pull out your driver, put the tee down, put the golf ball down. You're kind of like, screw it. And you just like nonchalantly.
I make the narrative declaration that I don't even use the tee. I just chuck it in the air as it comes down. I just hit it like it's baseball.
That can definitely happen. So you see him do this and you hear the sound as the ball goes flying. And you all sort of squint and watch it, and the ball right into the hole.
That's actually 7 successes. So, because you gave me the 2 free ones from the box.
Mm-hmm.
So I got 7 successes. So I get 5 AP back.
Mm-hmm. And I think Devin comments, ladies and gentlemen, in all my time here at the Municipal Golf Course of Boston, I have never seen such a
Shut the fuck up, Devin.
And
you know what? I got to say, this golf game ain't so bad.
And Draxus will like respectfully clap.
So if it matters, if it matters to you, I don't know if you actually care to keep score. It's a par 4, so right now you're 3 under par there, Wolf.
3 strokes under.
I'm gonna keep track. I'm curious. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's track the.
That was amazing. Okay. Fantastic. Yeah, you want to keep track of this, Aaron? You're the ball boy.
Hang on. Hang on, I've got to.
I think I understand why guys like this. This is fun, relaxing. Really not that hard.
Okay, golf scorecard. Oh, all right. So hole 1.
Yeah, if you want, I can give you all the pars right up front so that you just have them ready.
Yeah, do you have them? Can you send them to me like on Discord, and I'll just get all this
I'll send you those. But Perfect. Dr. Worm, after what just happened, how are you going to respond?
But Dr. Worm will sort of just take a moment, take a deep cleansing breath. He will move to the T, he'll place it down. He'll limber up just a little bit more, and then he will trying to approach a Zen kind of state. He will rear back with his driver and drive.
Okay. So same thing here. If you're using your driver, it is a difficulty 1 task. If you get 3 or more successes, you get the hole in 1 because it is a distance capable club. Yeah, I think that's all the modifiers it is. So athletics and agility, or a strength and agility, or strength and athletics, or melee weapon instead of athletics, if you so wish.
I am going to spend all 3 of my action points.
Okay.
Which it's not letting me do. Okay, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Spending 3 of my action points so that I can roll 4 dice, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay. I'm going to use agility and melee weapons.
Okay.
So that is 7 and 3. Well, let me use the old 40-20. Yep. Here.
Survey says it's only 1 success. Do you wish to reroll with luck?
I do, yes. I'm going to spend 2 luck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 luck and reroll 2 of those.
Okay.
2, 7.
Ooh, so that's 2 successes with a complication. And you can't luck that complication away. So
No, I cannot.
what's going to happen is you are going to get
Slices it.
1 AP. You're going to get 1 AP back, but as you slice the ball, well, I think I just said it. You slice the ball, meaning it's kind of got, let me remember, I think it's the backspin that matters here. So you put a spin on the ball such that it goes flying and it does hit the green, but instead of going right into the hole or rolling into the hole, it actually kind of comes back and is on the edge of the green for the time being. So your ball, I'm just going to use your token here. Your ball is like right there. It's not quite at the rough, but it's like borderline green, borderline rough.
All right, satisfactory. Come, ball boy.
Is this supposed to take more than 1 swing? I'm going to try to heckle him again.
Okay, you may try and heckle him once more. And I'm going to limit it so your heckling can only be attempted twice per hole. So this would be your second attempt. And again, it is a charisma and speech difficulty of 2, which you succeed at. So, Dr. Worm, your next attempt at a putt is going to be at a +1 difficulty.
Okay.
And don't worry, you can do it back to him whenever it's his turn.
And can I attempt to?
That is not how the great green game is played. Thank you very much.
And can I attempt to sort of pep talk him on our walk up to the?
You may certainly do
to
so.
the green. Say, all right. So I've been noticing that. And again, please just take this for what it is. Your form is excellent. When we get up to the green, just remember, stay limber, square your shoulders, feet shoulder width apart. You've got this. Let's sink this bad boy.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
And I'll go ahead and.
Again, charisma speech, you could nullify out the heckling. It is possible.
I believe.
Which you do. In fact, the heckling is nullified out by that 2 successes.
I believe.
And of course,
Then,
as you walk up, Devin does say, and now we see the master contemplating a putt. The green is nice and flat. Wind is out of the north at 3 miles an hour. Should be a good game of golf.
The doctor will, of course, select a putter. Well, how big is that green, by the way?
I mean, if you measure and roll 20, it should be accurate. So you need to go about 20 yards, yeah.
Okay, so
it's
the hole
technically
is
close.
towards the rear. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we'll use a putter. Yeah.
Right.
And let's see here.
It's only a difficulty of 1 here.
I'm actually going to spend that other action point. So I'm going to roll 3 dice.
All right.
Same setup as before. And as he sets up his putt, he will whisper like a mantra to himself, I am the shaft. I am the shaft. The shaft is me. I connect with the ball. I am the ball. The ball enters the hole. I am one with the hole. My holes are open.
And here we see the master psyching himself up using a mantra that I have not heard since before pre-war times. Let's see how well it fares for him. And 2 successes. The ball goes straight into the cup. There's that nice satisfying clink noise. And Devin says, well done. He has achieved 2 under par. We go in to the second hole with Nicola T in the lead and Dr. Worm only trailing by 1. And, at this, you grab your ball, you start walking towards the second course. And at the second course, what you're noticing is that this one is drastically different. Beforehand, it was sort of that long fairway that you could just sort of maybe take a couple strokes to go. The difference here is that there is only the teeing area and the green itself. I mean, there's kind of a little bit of fairway around the green, but it's definitely sort of like a puddle or an island out there. There is no in-between here. The green itself is about 180 yards out, and the greenery and the fairway, the little bit of it, is surrounded by sand traps. Now, as you start to set up, Devin comments and says, and yes, hole number 2, this is a par 3, 152 yards to the hole. As you probably can tell, the base of the pin at the hole is not visible from this current location. There is a slight slope upwards to the hole. You may wish to foreshorten the shot and otherwise come in at a steep angle. And since Nicola T... I think it's going to be Nicola T's turn.
Nah, let Dr. Worm go first on this one.
Okay.
So Dr. Worm will again take hold of his driver. He will move to the teeing space. And as he passes Nicola, he will say under his breath, I don't know what your game is, but I hate it, and I hate you.
I think we're playing golf, but I don't know. I'm here for the free food.
Doc Worm, if I could make a humble suggestion again. We're going to want a nice high angle shot on this one, so I think go for a flop shot.
Also, since I would like to point this out, you probably don't want to use your driver here. You probably want to use a 5, a 6,
don't
or a 7
you tell me
iron.
what to do.
I only say it because it affects your difficulty.
Who's the pre-pro, pre-am, 5-time golf champion?
I mean,
from before the nuclear times.
If you're going to insist on the driver, then absolutely. If I could, again, we could probably achieve the same effect with a much less of a range for error if we grab that 3 iron and just let her have it. It's less than 200 yards to the cup, so.
This is how I learned to golf at a tender young age. And I'll be damned if I let anybody tell me how I'm supposed to golf on my goddamn course.
And here we see the master exhibiting classic golf rage. Not something we've seen on this course for several weeks, but...
Shut the fuck up, Devin!
I respect your opinion, of course. You are the golfer, I am the caddy, but caddies typically are, I'm your golf consigliere, so I wouldn't be doing my job if I wouldn't. If I did, you know what? You just go ahead. You just go ahead.
Listen here. Why don't you consigli somewhere else? Okay.
All right.
Right. And Dr. Worm will again attempt to drive, and he will try to put like as much, I guess it would be backspin, right? To try to, shorten the shot a little bit.
All right. So as said, this is going to be a difficulty 2 for you because you're not using the quote-unquote optimal club for the range. But the good news is that your complication range, since it's only long range, that is only going to be an 18 to 20 here.
Okay, two dice. And no AP.
Could give me AP, but you don't need it. You get your 2. All right. So, tell you what, since this is something that is going to be, I'm probably going to have to go back and modify this in the rules, but since this is technically a hole-in-one capable shot, roll me a challenge dice, and if it's an effect, I'll give you the hole-in-one. That's how we'll handle it moving forward. All right, so it's not a hole-in-one, but you do get it to the green. And as the ball drops, we'll say maybe right about here. So you're only about maybe 15 yards from the hole. Devin sort of comments. And as I was saying, the golf master puts his rage to perfect slice form. He has not only used the suboptimal course or suboptimal club, but he has managed to get it close to the hole.
All right, Mr. Bali, what club should I use?
Are you referring to me?
No, I was asking the robot. Robot K.
Oh, right.
Try a 6-iron, sir.
All right, well, give it to me. I don't know which one that is.
I have no hands.
Oh, I'll get it.
Oh, thanks, Dracula.
So there you go, buddy.
Cool. All right.
If it's not an imposition X, can you do the Robo-Caddy voice? That's amazing.
Sure, yeah.
All right. Okay, so what is my difficulty and how do?
All right, if you're using a 6-iron, it's going to be a difficulty 1 for you. The complication range is an 18 to 20.
I'm going to spend 1 AP.
Okay.
To roll 3 dice.
Okay.
And that is a 10. That is a 6. YOLO.
All right, that's only 1 success, which is all you need, but that is a complication.
I'm going to reroll that 17 with a luck.
Do you want to reroll the 18 because that's the complication?
Oh, that's a complication. Yeah, reroll the 18. Excuse me.
Okay.
All right, let's reroll that one. Generic roller. 1, 10, and 6. Come on, baby.
All right, that's now 2 successes.
So
you get the AP right back. And yeah, as said, roll me a challenge dice. If you get a effect, you sink it hole-in-one. All right, not hole-in-one, so you're actually going to land on the opposite side of the hole, such that you and Kazworm are equidistant from the hole at this point. And as you all approach the green, Devin comments, and now we see 2 giants in the field of golf approaching the hole. They're about equidistance away. Now, this greenery is a little bit sloped towards the left, so they're going to want to bank the shot to the right. And now I give you the stylings of the African swallow. And he starts making bird noises again.
African?
See, that's totally wrong. The African swallows wouldn't be in this part of the world. They're non-migratory.
All right.
And because you said it, Devin pulls out 2 coconuts and just starts banging the half together for just a moment before putting them away.
Beautiful. It's your shot, Dr. Worm.
Goddamn right, it's my shot. I will. Dr. Worm will retrieve the putter.
Mm-hmm.
He will square his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And he will gingerly putt into the hole.
All right. Difficulty of 1 here.
2d20.
And
Jesus,
that is a
Herbert
complication.
Walker Christ.
You'd have to spend a luck to get rid of that complication.
I am going to do that. Going to reroll 1 of them. Okay.
All right, so unfortunately, unless you luck that 16 as well, you are going to miss.
Okay, gonna roll the other one because I cannot allow Nicola T to win. So here we go.
Just can't wait till we have no
Leave.
luck. We have no luck points left because we've been playing golf when the Raiders attack.
It's almost like you've read the manual. All right, with a 1, you are able to successfully putt into the hole, and I like to imagine you maybe even do one of those Tiger yes kind of moments, but I'll leave that to your call, whether or not you do it or not.
At every single hole at the end, I do the exact same.
Nice.
Fist pump. Yes, absolutely.
Masterful putt by Dr. Worm. Let's see if Nicola T can do similar. Yeah, Nicola T, difficulty of 1.
You're good. You want to use a putter, sir?
He just takes the club and you just kind of nonchalantly just
I go to swing, but I sneeze and accidentally tap it, but it rolls in.
Yep, that's exactly what happens.
Oh man, this game's awesome. You barely even have to try. You can do really well. All right, where's the next hole? Let's do this thing.
Golf course number 3.
Ooh.
All right, now this one is way more distance than what you've seen so far, and I'll narrate as Devin. So as you kind of start to sort of overlook the course, Devin says, all right, we have another par 4 here on hole number 3. Distance to the hole is 480 yards, and this will test the strategy of the ball of the player rather than skill. They are going to want to bank towards the left-hand trees, otherwise they might end up in the hazards to the right.
I'll take this one first. 4! I'm just going to run up and do the same thing I did in the first one. Try to knock it all the way down the thing. Yeah.
You don't have to yell 4 unless the ball's heading towards somebody.
Yeah, it's going towards the hole, I think. Wait, where is it? And I just hit it randomly. We'll see what happens.
All right. Difficulty of 1, but the complication range is 17 to 20.
Glorious. Let's get weird. I'm going to roll 4 die. 4. Gosh,
that's a combat dice.
I always do that. All right. And 10 plus 6.
All right.
Boom.
That is 2 successes with 2 complications.
I'm going to spend my last 2 luck to reroll those both.
Okay.
Let's do it. It's going to be more complications. 6.
All right, so that is 3 successes, so you get 2 AP back, but that is a complication.
Sure.
And to be fair, I'm going to roll randomly on the complication table. All right. So I have, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it looks like. So I'm just going to roll a d10. An 8. You're going to love this. So you fire off the ball, and you land, using your token, you land right about here. So you're in the rough, and when you go to check out where your ball has landed, you see that it has landed squarely in the middle of a minefield.
Cool. I'm gonna spend I have no more luck, so I can't spend anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I think technically, since it is Dr. Worm's turn, we have to see how well he hits his.
So while Nicola's going to he's moving to his ball's location, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am going to walk over to my trusty ball boy, and the doctor will say, Drexus, I'm going to need you to get out the large canister at the bottom of the ball bag, please.
Righto. Drexus unzips the compartment, pulls out a...
And Draxus will extract like a stainless metal tube, basically. And I'm using my last luck point for this.
Mm.
It's basically like a crude rocket.
Ooh.
And Dr. Worm will begin basically retrofitting this rocket to the driver. With the intent of using intelligence and repair to modify the club to essentially turn this driver into a super driver.
It's unorthodox.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we see the master modifying his club in a way that hasn't been seen at this particular golf club ever. This is a first, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, since you used your luck, give me an intelligence and a repair difficulty of 1. And if you succeed, what I'm going to say is this will double your effective range on your driver. Meaning that potentially this hole's a hole-in-one if you do it right. And you get not only 1 success, you get 2 successes. Very, very nice. Actually, what is your repair?
It's only 3.
Okay, yeah, so that wouldn't be a crit. But yeah, so you retrofit this rocket. You now, and this will carry, like, assuming you don't just ditch the golf clubs, I'll make up an item for this. Yeah, you now have a rocket driver. And yeah.
Oh, okay. Draxus, I'm going to need you to light that fuse and then step away at least 40 feet.
Roger. Yeah, I'll light the fuse on the ballistic golf club.
All right.
4! And then he will drive.
All right. So this is, of course, a difficulty of 1 here. Complication range 17 to 20. And again, with the rocket modification, this is something that could be a hole-in-one. So best of luck.
Let's see. Agility and melee weapons. I'm going to spend my 1 AP that I got from the last roll.
Okay.
I'm going to roll 3d20.
Hmm.
And let's see what happens. Of course.
Nothing, unfortunately. So you don't have luck to re-roll that.
No, I sure don't.
Tell you what, I will allow it, but there will be a complication. How does that sound?
I'll take it. Anything to keep Nicola from being smug.
I'm going to roll something here. If I roll an effect, you're going to hate me, but it's going to be funny. Okay, I didn't roll an effect. We're good. So you sort of swing your arm back, and the rocket ignites as you start to go forward in your swing. And you hit the ball so hard that it goes flying towards the hole, but you go deep into the sand bunker right off of the green.
Meant to do that. Strategic.
And as Draxus and Dr. Worm walk to their ball, Devin walks over to Nicola T at the minefield and says, and now we have to see how well Nicola T...
Yeah, Devin, cut the chatter for a second. So it only counts as a swing if I actually swing, right?
That is correct, yes.
All right, cool.
That's absolutely correct, sir.
But what I need to roll to use one of the landmines to launch, like shoot them, so that it launches the ball towards the green.
What's your explosive skill like?
Terrible.
I'm going to need you to roll me a perception and an explosive here. Difficulty of 2, but if you succeed, it won't count as a stroke. But if you fail, you could blow a landmine up in your face.
I'm going to stand away from it and shoot it. Like, come on. What do you take me for? An idiot? Yeah, I'm going to spend an AP to roll 3. We'll see what happens.
And you know what? I haven't spent any AP of my own. Why don't I spend 2 to make the complication range in 18 to 20?
Yeah, you help Dr. Worm, but you make my life more difficult.
I gave you the fox.
Okay. No, that's fine. I asked for the fox and spent a luck point.
This is true.
This game was rigged from the start. Fine. Perception's actually one of my good stats. All right. Boopski.
See, I didn't even affect you. You got 3 successes.
Like that. I'm like, so here's what happens. Nicola T is like, all right, so Mr. Robot Guy, if I don't swing, it doesn't count, right? And he like goes
That's correct, sir.
Does one of these, looks at that. Cool. Bang. And shoots one of the landmines that sets off a catastrophic like explosion. All they blow up and the ball just goes boop, flies into the air. It's gonna go all the way towards the green. And you let me know what happens. I think it's a hole-in-one.
You have to roll a challenge dice to see if it's an effect. If it's a hole-in-one. All right, no effects. So what happens is you all hear a shot. You all turn and look. You see an explosion. And then a golf ball flies over your head and lands on the green.
Cool. Now to take my actual swing. All right. I'm going to do with the putter. 2 dice. Difficulty 1 on this.
Difficulty of 1.
Damn it.
That is combat dice.
I always do that. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
That is 2 successes.
And that nets me. Actually, that's 4 successes. That nets me 3 AP.
All right.
And
so
boom.
that is
Put that bad boy in.
That's for this hole, I believe that is a
under
birdie.
par.
No, it's what is that? 2 under.
Eagle?
Yes, eagle. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, they said golf was a mind game, and that's using my mind.
Fuck my mother, sir. That was a good shot.
Oh no. Oh no.
You're a natural.
Oh no.
I wasn't ready.
You broke ELH again. Yeah.
Dr. Worm, it's your turn.
Okay.
All right. The only thing I'll point out is that if you use your sand wedge here, you don't take the added difficulty for being in a bunker.
That was the plan. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that sand wedge, and I am going to awkwardly position myself, because when you get in the sand trap, you have to do this weird 45-degree, Lionel Richie dancing on the ceiling fucking pose
Mm-hmm.
to actually get thing done. So I will do that and then try to woof this thing, onto the green, hopefully into the hole.
Yeah, let's hope. So yeah,
Okay,
difficulty of 1.
Difficulty of 1. 2d20 since I never get any AP. And
Actually, no, you got 1 from the repair test.
did I? Oh no, I already used it then, though, didn't I?
No, I mean
On the drive.
You use it on the drive.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mistake.
It's okay. Doesn't matter.
All right. So with 0 successes, trying to think what would be a good You know what? I'll just roll in the chart. We'll keep it nice and fair. A 6. What is 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, interesting. So I think this is good. So you go to swing, and because you are doing sort of that on the ceiling dancing, you actually read the distance wrong. You don't hit the ball, but your sand wedge goes and bends before it hits the ball. So technically not a stroke, but your sand wedge is in need of repair.
I'm going to
Also, Colonial Foot Soldier has redeemed a Nuka-Cola Quantum. Colonial, you've answered my question. Those AP points are for Worm. There you go.
Yes. So that's 3, right?
Yeah, that is 3 AP.
Okay, good. I will, with all the barely contained rage of John McEnroe, I am going to take that curved sand wedge, and I'm going to hold it tremblingly out to Draxus so that he can do something with that.
Oh, you're handing that to the guy who can't use computers and fix things because he's got monster hands.
I'll throw you a bone, though. I'll throw you a bone, Draxus. Instead of intelligence here, you can just use strength. And Nicola T, you just got 1 AP from chat. See, they're not all against you.
I'm capped on AP.
Can we have that?
Because I'm a good sport, I'm going to give that AP to Draxus and let him.
Oh,
there you go.
There you
That's
go.
fair.
All right.
As we see here, the players have gotten into the golf spirit. They're pretending to be good people to one another. 3 successes, Jesus.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's going to give you and Dr. Worm 2 AP back. So I think, Dr. Worm, you're at what, 5 now?
That would be 5, yes.
Yeah, Draxus is just gonna take gingerly take it by the handle, sort of eyeball it, and then just squeeze and push along the shaft that just snaps back into place. Good as new.
You're going to go places, kid.
So
Only if I get to
swing, or was that not a swing?
Same thing with your landmine. Didn't contact the ball.
I'm bored over here. Let's do something. Let's get weird. I'm gonna try to heckle again.
All right, go for the heckle.
Because why not? I'm getting into the spirit of competition. I'm gonna spend an AP to roll 3.
As one does.
As is tradition. 3, 8, 6. This is attack skill.
That is 2
3
successes. So, Dr. Worm, you're now at a difficulty of 2 because of the heckling.
Okay.
Draxus, you can attempt to cancel it out. Same thing.
You know, Nicky's my best friend, and I love him dearly, but he's wrong. I see the greatness in you. You will sink this shot because you will it. And yeah, let's give it a go. I'll try to.
All right, difficulty of 2. Let's see if you pull it off. You do. Heckling is gone. All right, I believe in you, Dr. Worm. Difficulty of 1. I believe.
I'm going to get in that sand trap again. You know what? I'm actually, before I get in the sand trap, Dr. Worm will remove his shoes.
Interesting.
So that everyone can see his horrifying, deformed ghoul feet. And will, in a sort of like gripping the carpet with his toes in the beginning of Die Hard sort of way, to attempt to sort of like become Zen 1 with the sand trap.
We got a wild wasteland.
Oh, I know what the wild wasteland's going to be. I know exactly what it's going to be.
Oh boy. All right, I'm waiting for it.
Oh no, the wild wasteland's happening when you roll.
Okay. All right. Well, I sand trap, line up with the wedge. Sand wedge. Let's see. Yeah. So my difficulty is just still 1, right?
Yep, still a 1.
Okay. I'm spending 3 action points.
Okay.
I am rolling 4 d20s.
Okay.
I am getting at least 1 success. God damn it.
That's 2 successes.
I have received 1 + 1 success.
There you go. So the Wild Wasteland is this, and Nicola T, I swear I'm not picking on you, but it's funny and it came to mind. So what happens is, Dr. Worm, you launch that ball into the air, it hits a flying bird, and the bird goes and deflects the ball. It hits Nicola T's forehead and then rolls into the hole.
4.
That was cool. All right, next hole.
Jesus, his tits! What a neat shot!
And in a stunning turn of events, a bird has a... Oh, they're already running away. Oh, okay. Devin chases after you all. And we arrive at hole number 4. Now, hole number 4 is somewhat similar to the second hole where, there was sort of that island. The difference here is that the island of the green is on the opposite side of a water hazard, a stream. And then the fairway portion is on this side of the stream. Also, Chad, I see what you did there. I see what you did with that pun. I see what you did. So unless you're Dr. Worm with a rocket driver, your only chance at getting the ball to the green is going to be a double shot. So a lead up, sort of set up sort of shot, and then onto the green.
All right. Well, after you, Dr. Worm.
And here we see the master using his rocket golf club. He's sizing up the field. Winds coming out of the southeast at approximately 4 knots. We've checked. There are no birds in the vicinity. Oh, one moment. And you all hear a 10mm pistol firing. Now there are no birds in the vicinity. There should be no silliness left here.
And we begin. Okay. Spending 1 AP to roll 3 D20. Using the driver. The rocket driver, of course.
The rocket driver.
The mass driver.
There you go, the mass driver. I think that's what its name is now. All right, that is 1 success. Do you want to just keep your 1 success?
I'm going to keep my 1 success. I think that's all I need.
All right, then roll me a challenge dice. This could literally decide the match right here and now. If it's in effect, it's a hole-in-one.
Gonna be in effect.
It is. Oh, that is beautiful. I feel bad because I wanted Nicola T to win, but oh, that is beautiful.
Nope.
So, Dr. Worm, you sink the shot with the extra oomph from the rocket driver, and Devin goes, "My word, I've never seen such an exquisite form of golf." That is one for the records, ladies and gentlemen. Draxus, what is the final score for Mr. Worm?
That's a grand total of 7 under par for the first 4 holes.
Very good, very good. That means that Nicola T will need to also sink a hole-in-one to tie. At least I think it's a tie, if I've been keeping track properly.
I was +1 on Dr. Worm.
Oh, you're right. You have 1 on him.
So
yeah, that's what it is.
If he sinks a hole-in-one, he'll win.
Yes, so if you sink a hole-in-one, you win. If you get it in 2, you tie.
Can I sink a hole-in-one? Like, is the 260 the max range, or is that the average distance?
That is the average distance. And what I'll say, and I'm going to have to go back and add this to the rules, because I'm noticing I did that thing when I write adventures where I keep a lot of it in my head and I don't write it down, because I think, oh, that's obvious. And then I get to play and I'm like, oh, I need to write this down. So anyone out there who has a copy of the rules already, make sure you're downloading version 1.1. Not 1.0. Anyways, what I'll allow you to do, Nicola T, is if you will accept a complication range of 16 to 20, you can push past the optimal range of your golf club. And
I don't really have a choice, so YOLO.
All right,
Boom!
That's 3 successes. And
that's like 6 successes.
That is because you have a tag skill, so...
Can I spend all that AP and just make it a hole-in-one? Come on. I've got like 5 floating AP right now. Give me this.
Why don't you let him buy more challenge dice?
I'll tell you what, you can buy more challenge dice. I think that's fair.
How many?
And it'll be 1 or combat dice. We got to remember it's combat dice.
Sorry, yes.
So
it'll be 1 AP for 1.
So I'd have 6 combat dice.
Yeah, you could buy 6 combat dice. There you go. You get 2 effects. So you go the hardest you can and just wing it as hard as possible. And Dr. Worm and Drax, as you're still at the hole, you hear the ball coming towards you, and you also just step back right into the hole.
No.
And Devin sort of goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've just seen the biggest upset the Wasteland has seen in many, many years. Unless the 2 contestants wish to risk hole number 5, I think we have our final winner for today."
You know what, Devin? At first, I thought this game was kind of stupid, but I think I see the appeal now. I'm going to write the best damn review that anyone has ever seen about this wonderful golf course. And I get my 500 caps because I'm beaming.
All right, real talk though, I do have a hole number 5. I just don't have a map for it, but there's a reason in character why Devin just said if they want to risk hole number 5. So if you want to try your luck at a hole number 5,
I'll leave it up to Dr. Worm. I'm good.
I think his headphones are off. We gotta wait for. I think we gotta wait for him to come back. We need him to come back.
I'm going to. I think he's sticking to this bit.
Oh, that is commitment right there. We'll give him a minute for him to come back. But yeah, I don't know how you guys liking the golf rules so far. I mean, are they worth anything or?
I think it's a very interesting
it's
mini game.
It's a hoop.
But I think like between 3 and 6 holes is enough. If that makes
3 and
sense.
6. Yeah, that was what I was aiming for originally. It was one of those things where I didn't want it to be so overbearing that it would take 6 years if like multiple people were going at the holes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I think that was a yell. I heard a yell.
It was a yell.
I just appreciate Dr. Room's commitment to his character.
I love it. It's amazing. Oh.
I just kind of picture in game that Worm just walks off the course.
Just walks off.
Hear a blood curdling Wilhelm scream from off in the distance. Yeah. Wow.
Here, I'll type it in chat. Maybe he's looking at chat. Hex, if you come back, there might be a 5.
I think that might be game. I mean, I think that's it.
I think that might be it. We'll give him another minute or so to
give him
come
a minute,
back.
But I think
that might be the game.
I don't think there is. I think we're
I think
done.
that's. I think great session, everybody. Just good, real good session.
Oh, beautiful.
That's rough.
That's commitment to a bit. That's what that is.
I appreciate it. Like I can't be mad when I'm mad. Like I appreciate the bit.
That is amazing. All right, give him another 30 seconds to come back. And if not, I guess that is where we'll end today's session. I just want to be clear here to anybody who's looking at this confused. We love Hex. Hex loves us. At least we think he does. So
I
the
just wanna
man
state
is.
the deck was stacked against me, and I still came out ahead.
Oh Lord. All right. Well,
I guess that's the game.
yeah, I guess that's the game. No hole number 5. So, long story short, Nicola T, you do get your 500 caps. You are able to go back and have that conversation with Srax, the brood mother. And she sets up a tentative contract that you can act as the face within reason. But what I'm going to say is that you also have the option with those 500 caps from Tim Timidome. You could spend all 500 and get the last big item for the Morgana body if you so wished.
He promised us that item outside of the agreement.
This is true, but he is a Southern gentleman who is willing to backstab if possible.
I put a bullet in his head. That's how Nicola T negotiates.
All right. Tell you what, I will give you the part, but that still means you have to buy the rest of the uncommon and common materials.
Done.
All right, cool. All right, well, thank you, everybody.
He sees reason when I threaten him with untold violence.
Yeah, it's almost like when you hold a pistol to a person's head, they do things.
I'm sorry, were you trying to double cross me? Is that the conversation we're having? Because Rebecca here thinks that you're not trying to double cross me. And, or maybe she does, but I don't think you were, but she doesn't like it. So if you double cross me, she's going to talk to you, and you don't want to hear what she has to say.
But, all right, well, that's where I'm going to end the recording for YouTube. Twitch, stick around because we're going to raid somebody. Oh, he's back. He's back. It's a Waluigi.
Wow. Wow.
Perfect.
That is beautiful.
Flawless.
All right, that's where I'm going to end the YouTube recording.
All right.
Thank
Good
you
night,
so much,
everybody.
YouTube. Twitch, let's find somebody to raid.